So Hollow Knight is a very bad game with very poor storytelling, and the only reason people like it is because of the art style. Like if it wasn't for if it wasn't for the art style, nobody would care about this game. It's literally just a Metroid Castlevania ripoff. Not really that challenging either, and the characters and story are just very undercooked, very underdeveloped, very vague. Just no interesting depth whatsoever. Like there are way better games than Hollow Knight. Like here are some better games that are better than Hollow Knight. Like Hollow Knight is honestly just a giant piece of trash. Judgment, that's better than Hollow Knight. Lost Judgment, that's better than Hollow Knight. Every Yakuza game, better than Hollow Knight. Raido, better than Hollow Knight. Dragon Quest, every Dragon Quest is better than Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is honestly just complete garbage for autistic babies, I guess, because the game has a really nice looking art style. Personally, I think it looks very gay and generic. No creativity whatsoever, just edgy for the sake of edge. Here's another game that's better than Hollow Knight: Clear Obscure Expedition 33. The Trails series, that's better than Hollow Knight. Final Fantasy series, that's better than Hollow Knight. In fact, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna go and see how much Final Fantasy V is right now, because that game is also going to be way better than Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a piece of garbage game that people like because the art style is nice. And the sad truth is like, look, you can like a game for its art style all you want, but art style just isn't enough to save a game. And at the end of the day, Hollow Knight is very, average at best. And now it's getting a sequel, and people are like, oh boy, I want more of that. I want more mediocrity, because that's what they'll get when they play the Hollow Knight Silk Song. It's just another mediocre, brain dead, overpriced cash grab of a sequel that was never really that good in the first place. I mean, seriously, only a complete and utter moron would honestly buy a Hollow Knight Silk Song. Now, here's Final Fantasy V. This is one of the greatest games ever. I'm about to go buy it right now. This money is going to Square Enix, not to Final Fan shit, not to Hollow Knight. And we're done. Hollow Knight will not receive that money. The creator of Hollow Knight, like I hope, like I'm not joking, man. I hope the creator of Hollow Knight goes homeless, because Hollow Knight is not a good game. I played it for about 10 minutes. So the story made no sense. The game wasn't that challenging. Honestly, it's not that good. Resident Evil 2, that's a better game than Hollow Knight. The Witcher, oh my gosh, that game craps all over Hollow Knight. Resident Evil 7, better than Hollow Knight. Resident Evil 4 Remake, even that's better than Hollow Knight. Valkyria Chronicles, better than Hollow Knight. The Red Dead Redemption games are way better than Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is an unimpressive mess. Like, all these games I'm showing off right now are better than Hollow Knight, except for The Last of Us 2. This game has an awful story. Like, Hollow Knight may have underdeveloped story and poorly written characters, but The Last of Us 2, way worse. I mean, seriously. Nino Kuni, that's a game that a lot of normies and babies don't know about. I mean, meanwhile, they're over here praising Hollow Knight, when Nino Kuni is actually a game that has effort put into it and is just getting no attention. The Sly Cooper game is better than Hollow Knight. Sekiro, better than Hollow Knight. Metaphor ReFantazio, better than Hollow Knight. All these games I'm showing you right now are better than Hollow Knight. And if you're someone who pre-ordered the Hollow Knight Soap Song or whatever it's called, Soy Song, you're a complete moron who's completely gullible, because it's literally going to be the exact same game, like just a soulless mess, to be honest. And that's all I gotta say, man. Hollow Knight is not a good game. You only like it because of the art style, which isn't even that great to begin with, and you only like it because, ooh, wow, the lore is so interesting. Like, shut the hell up. There are games with way better lore, and even then, good lore doesn't automatically make a video game good. So that's all I gotta say. Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silk Song, trash. Hope the devs, lose their homes.